everyone. England have had a great start to the T20s. By winning the first game, have they fired up Team India to pull one back in the second encounter? Or will they continue on their winning ways? I'm Shruti Chopra, your tarot reader, and with me is our cricket analyst, Suneer Chowdhary. Hey Suneer, how's it going?
Going good, Shruti. How are you?
I am doing superb. But are you feeling a tad bit disappointed by the way the first game went?
Well, the Indian defeat doesn't disappoint me as much as the underwhelming nature of that encounter. We expected a bit of a fight both from the Indian batsmen and the bowlers, but once England had got that start in reply to India's below par score, I think we all knew that it was headed only one way. It was supposed to be a high scoring contest, wasn't it? It was
Yeah.
built to be a high scoring contest. But I think the Indian batsmen were outwitted by the England bowling on a surface where the short of length delivery became hard to face. The Indian batsmen had no early answers, and by the time MS Dhoni got going, it was a matter of too little, too late. A score of 148 was never going to be easy to defend, and once Jason Roy and Sam Billings gave England that start, scoring 42 before the end of the fourth over, before they lost a wicket, the Indian bowlers were left to do with a lot, and in the end, England were easy winners.
Plus, a wicket on a no ball wouldn't help confidence levels either. But I guess even that was a little late in the day to have much of an impact. So, how do the Indians approach this match in Nagpur?
First of all, that's a good point that you raise about the no ball. It's not only about getting a wicket of that no ball coming late in the day, but it's the second time in this series, if you include the ODIs as well, that Jasprit Bumrah has had that problem picking up a wicket of a no ball, and that's something that he will need to rectify for the Sterner tests ahead if he has to become one of India's leading pace bowlers, especially with the Champions Trophy around. Talking about this match and India's approach in this match, which will be played in Nagpur, I will be very, very interested in seeing how the Nagpur surface turns out to be. Because the last time India played a T20 international here at this ground was during the World T20 last year. And boy, was that a surface or what? It was a shocker to me. It turned from ball one, and India fell short of a paltry target of 126 by a whopping 47 runs against New Zealand. Mind you, it was not New Zealand who lost a match on a turner, it was India who lost the match on a turner, given a taste of their own spinning medicine, so to say, by the Kiwi spin trio of Mitchell Santner, Nathan McCullum, and Ish Sodhi. In the three matches played there during the tournament, and I'm talking about the second round of the tournament, there were a few matches played in the first round as well. But in the second round of the tournament of the World T20, the three matches played, and a score of 126 was the highest. And if this pitch for this game is anywhere close to being similar to that one, I think the approach to this game will end up varying a great deal, Shruti.
And what would that difference be?
Well, for starters, I think this is for both teams. There could be an influx of an extra spinner in the team. England will do well to bowl Adil Rashid as well, something that did not happen. And he joined a rare breed of cricketers in the first game where he neither batted nor bowled. Fortunately, he took that catch in the field. Accordingly, the two sides will also look to aim at 130, 140 and not aim much higher at 200 as was the case in the first match. That said, even if Nagpur surface doesn't spin as much as the one in the World T20 did, I think the team batting needs to be a little cautious about targeting a much higher score than they should, and in turn fall away to an underpass score, which happened in the first game as well. So that's the difference in approach teams will have to take, and India will have to take one way or the other.
So, what if the pitch isn't much of a question mark and is your usual flat Indian highway that has often been the case in white ball cricket? Will you pick the same sides for both teams?
Starting with England, unless there are any last minute injuries, I don't see any reason why they would want to change a winning combination that has six bowlers apart from Joe Root. Joe Root becomes the seventh bowler and he can turn his arm over as well. India have something thinking to do. I think the move to bat Kohli as an opener was a good move, and that allows India to play an extra batsman. Not really an extra batsman. It allows India to play an extra experienced batsman because if Kohli was not opening, it would be Mandeep Singh who would open, which would mean that someone like Suresh Raina would have to sit out. Suresh Raina adds that extra bowling option as well. So in that sense, the team is settled. but I also think that the batting tapers off steeply from that number seven position. Hardik Pandya is still trying to establish himself as a number seven batsman, and he did play well in the third one day international. But then again, can you rely on him to deliver every game like you would have from a number seven batsman? And from there onwards, you have four frontline bowlers who are probably not too good with the bat. And even if no team change is made by Virat Kohli, the one thing that will definitely change is their tactics. I think the batsmen will need to take more onus on themselves rather than relying on the next batsman, given the issues with their depth in the absence of the likes of Ravindra Jadeja, R. Ashwin, and even Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, all of whom can bat at the 8, 9, and 10 position. The current 8, 9, and 10 that India has would struggle with the bat, which means a change in approach while batting would be necessary for India.
Great. So there's a lot to think about there. But Suneer, it's prediction time. Who are you going to go with?
I think the team batting first has won 7 out of 10 T20 internationals at Nagpur on this ground, and that's something to do with the slow nature of the surface. I think there's only one match in which a team scored 200. I think Sri Lanka scored 200 and won that game. But since then, the team batting first has had an advantage in terms of scoring low and still going on to win the match. So that's what I'm going to back this time. Team batting first to win the game, Shruti. Your prediction?
For me, England come into this game on a high, and that will clearly reflect on how they start. Whereas India may not be feeling too confident, but as the match goes on, it's England who appears nervous and India who look a tad stronger. So it's Tara advantage India for me.
Oh, so Shruti says India will level the series. She is back on form after having predicted England would win the previous match, which was probably the first time she has said India wouldn't win a match against England. And for me, I would say that the team batting first has a better chance of clinching this one. So that will be that from us for this game. Very easy to subscribe to our chat. Just click on that red button on the screen. Alternatively, if you're a Twitter person and you want to have a chat with us, you can follow us on World Cricket Chat. Till next time, later.